Have you ever heard the whispers about New York City's Forbidden Island? A place so off-limits, it's constantly patrolled. A crumbling monument to a dark past. They say it's home to an abandoned hospital. A place where the stories of its last patients are sealed away, waiting in the silence. It's a legend that beckons to the brave, the curious, and the foolish. And for urban explorers like me, it's the ultimate challenge. My name is Alex. By day, I'm just another photographer. But by night, I hunt for ghosts of a different kind. Ghosts of history, trapped in forgotten places. My gear is my lifeblood. GoPros to see what I miss, headlamps to pierce the darkness, and sometimes a trusty pair of bolt cutters for doors that refuse to yield their secrets. I'm not looking for treasure. I'm looking for stories, for the echoes left behind. And this island, this forbidden sanatorium, was singing a siren song I just couldn't ignore. I had to capture its history before it crumbled into dust, no matter the risk. The plan was simple, but terrifying. Under the thick cover of a moonless night, a dense fog rolled in off the East River, blanketing the city in a gray shroud. It was the perfect camouflage. I launched my kayak from a hidden cove, the cold waters slapping against the hull. The city's lights were just a distant, hazy glow. Every paddle stroke was deliberate, silent. I could hear the low thrum of a patrol boat engine somewhere in the mist, its searchlight cutting a useless beam through the fog. My heart hammered against my ribs. One wrong move, one loud splash, and it would all be over. After what felt like an eternity, the dark, jagged silhouette of the island emerged from the gloom. I had made it to the forbidden zone. Pulling my kayak onto the muddy shore, I felt like I'd stepped into another world. The air was heavy, still, thick with the smell of decay and wet earth. The main hospital building loomed before me, a skeletal giant against the foggy sky, its windows like vacant eyes. I found a rusted fire escape and began my climb, the metal groaning under my weight. Inside, it was a time capsule. The silence was absolute, broken only by the drip of water and the scuttling of unseen things. In one office, a desk stood as if its occupant had just stepped out for a moment. A ceramic coffee cup set beside a typewriter. In a ward, patient files were scattered across the floor, their pages curled and yellowed. On a wall, a calendar was still turned to a single date. October 1963. It was as if time itself had stopped here. 60 years ago. I ventured deeper, my headlamp beam dancing across peeling paint and rusted medical equipment. The sheer scale of the decay was breathtaking. Each room told a story of despair and abandonment. I was so engrossed in filming, in absorbing the atmosphere, that I almost missed it. There, in the corner of a long-abandoned children's ward, tucked behind a row of overturned cots, was something that made the hair on my arms stand up. A brand new sleeping bag. It was clean, modern, and completely out of place. It wasn't a relic from the past. It was from the present. My mind raced. A squatter? Another explorer? No. This felt different. Someone wasn't just visiting. Someone was living here, in the heart of this decaying ruin, surrounded by the ghosts of the past. The island wasn't as abandoned as I thought. A sudden sound shattered the silence. A cough. A dry, hacking cough that echoed from the hallway ahead. It was close. Too close. I froze, killing my headlamp, plunging myself into absolute darkness. My breath hitched in my throat. Then I heard it. This low, heavy shuffle of footsteps. They were getting closer, dragging purposefully down the corridor toward me. Panic surged through me, cold and electric. This wasn't a security guard. The footsteps were uneven, ragged. I backed away slowly, my hand outstretched in the dark, my fingers brushing against the crumbling wall. A floorboard creaked under my boot. The footsteps stopped. Then they started again. Faster this time, breaking into a clumsy, shuffling run. It was a chase. I ran blindly through the labyrinthine corridors, my heart pounding a frantic rhythm against my ribs. I didn't dare turn on my light. Behind me, the footsteps kept pace, a relentless, terrifying sound accompanied by that same ragged breathing. The building was a death trap. Floors were missing, ceilings had collapsed, and rebar jutted out like rusty spears. I hurtled over fallen debris, my lungs burning, the taste of dust and fear in my mouth. I could feel the presence behind me, a palpable wave of menace. I burst through a set of double doors and found myself on a balcony overlooking the main entrance, the one I had seen from the shore. My escape route. I didn't hesitate. I leaped onto a thick vine clinging to the wall and scrambled down. Ignoring the scrapes and cuts, I hit the ground running, not looking back, sprinting for my kayak hidden in the reeds. I paddled away with frantic, desperate strokes, the fog swallowing the island behind me once more. It wasn't until I was safe in my apartment, hours later, that I dared to review the footage. My hands were still shaking. I watched the exploration, the discovery of the sleeping bag. The moment I heard the cough, I fast-forwarded to the chase, my own panicked breathing filling the audio. And then I saw it. As I was examining that calendar on the wall, back in the ward, I enhanced a dark corner of the frame. My blood ran cold, peeking from behind a doorway. At the far end of the hall was a face, pale and gaunt, with eyes that were just dark pits in the low-light footage. It had been there the whole time, watching me, a silent observer in the shadows, long before the chase ever began. Who was it? A ghost. A forgotten patient who never left. Or something else entirely? I had gone to the island looking for history, but I found something living, and I have a chilling feeling it's still there waiting in the dark. Thanks for watching. If you have any theories, drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more explorations into the unknown. Stay safe out there.